So if you're an entrepreneur, a corporate climbing woman, or somebody who just calls yourself a high achieving woman, you know who you are, and you love the most high, but you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and your nervous system is doing the most, then this is the video for you. It was not by the algorithm that you came across it. It is by divine purpose, divine connection. Because if you feel like you're being pulled in every direction and you feel like enough is enough, more than likely you would say, I am stressed, right? If that's you, then welcome because this is a brand new series that I'm calling Unstoppable Under Stress. That's right, Unstoppable Under Stress. And it's important because we all can identify with what it feels like to be stressed. And this is what gets in the way of us getting stuck and becoming unstoppable. We stop achieving our goals. We stop pursuing that weight loss. We stop writing that book. We stop thinking about that promotion. Even though we're high achieving women and we're doing a lot of things, stress stops us in our tracks. But what I'm going to share with you in this brand new series is a faith filled system that you can follow like a map when you feel the tightness in your chest, when you feel your back starting to hurt and the headache starting to come on, and you are just like, I am done with it. If that's you, then sit back and let's watch this video together because the faith filled system that I'm going to show you will set you free and it will show you what you need to do when the stress comes on. In spite of it, it may feel heavy, but guess what? You can still become unstoppable. So let's get started. For those of you who I don't know, it is such a pleasure to meet you. I am Coach Natalie. I am a licensed minister, registered nurse, and a woman who knows a lot about stress. A lot about stress. Why? Because I feel it and I understand it now, and I've learned how not to manage it because that's what a lot of people teach you. They teach you how to manage it. I don't want to manage it, I want to master it because that is how you become unstoppable. And I'll tell you a real life story about stress and what it feels like. I have been writing this series since November of last year. And it was because I was in a very stressful season of my life, my family, dealing with some health issues, dealing with some financial issues, just dealing with change. And the more people I came across, they were feeling it too. They were stressed. Everywhere I turned, somebody was talking about, I'm stressed, I'm burnt out. And they kept using the word. My husband and I were talking like, well, what does that mean? And why, as a daughter of the Most High, am I feeling the weight of the world like it's all on me? Why am I feeling stressed? And why are we allowing this to consume us? Isn't there a better way? And lo and behold, the Most High was like, yes, daughter, there is a better way. And that's what I have been working on. But this is the thing that got me tripped up. I thought I had to have it done perfect, polished before I started sharing it. And one day as I'm writing, because I get up early in the morning, I'm writing, and I heard the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh say, stop stalling and share. Stop stalling and share. So here I am. I have let the stress roll off and I'm sharing. And we're going to walk through this series together in real life. This is not going to be like any video you watch and say, oh, that was good, subscribe. No, you're going to say, oh, that was good. Let me subscribe and apply and come back and let's walk it through together because stress is real, but it don't have to take you out, sis. You can master it. And so let me share with you my faith-filled system that the Most High has given to me that I am sharing with you. Because it worked for me, I have an obligation to share it with you. And so let's get started with the 10 A's. That's the system. That's the faith-filled framework that you'll use as a system when the stress turns up or the heat turns up and you're feeling the tightness in your chest and you're feeling like I'm about to fight the world. Let me show you how to do it step by step. And I like the 10 A's because it's easy to remember. Because when we stress, I don't care how high achieving women we are, building our businesses and climbing the corporate ladder, we need a simple system to remember what I'm supposed to do. Because when I'm stressed, or when you're stressed, when we're stressed, we don't remember. We don't remember to stop and pray. We don't remember to take some deep breaths. We don't remember to go for a walk. We don't remember that because our nervous system is doing the most. So we got to get control. We got to bring it back in. So the 10 A's is really easy. Why? Because every step of the framework begins with the letter A. I love it. The Most High is amazing, right? Remember in school you wanted to get 10 A's, or you wanted to get straight A's. Remember that? I never was that one, but you remember those times when you wanted to get straight A's. Well, here you are. You're about to learn how to get straight A's and be able to master the stress in your life so that it does not master you. Come on in closer, my sister. Let's get started. Okay, so the first A, I have a list here, and I call it a cheat sheet. I am going to use my cheat sheet here. Can you see it? It's called my stress reset cheat sheet. Anyway, I have it in laminated because I use it so much, but I have also made it for you. So don't worry that I'm reading off my cheat sheet, because you too can get your free cheat sheet. Stay to the end and I will tell you how. So what is the first letter A? Number one, awareness. Awareness, noticing what's happening in your body, noticing your thoughts and emotions in real time. That's step one. If you want to change anything, you first have to become aware. So, number one, awareness. Number two, acknowledge. Putting honest words to what you feel and the story that you're telling yourself. So, acknowledge that there's some conversation going on. Acknowledge that there's some feelings going on and be able to put it into words. Number three, allow. Give yourself a moment to actually feel it, to label it, to call it out, and to do it with the Most High, because you're not made to do this alone. But feel it with the Most High instead of stuffing it down, ignoring it, or spiraling and spinning in your head. Number four, agree. Agree with what's happening here. You may not like it, but you're not going to avoid it. So agree and choose whose story you're going to lead with, whose story you're going to stand under. Is it the story of fear? Like, oh my gosh, the world is crumbling because I'm stressed and overwhelmed and I'm ready to be done. That's fear speaking. Or are you going to stand under faith? I'm firm, fixed, and unmovable no matter what happens because the Most High is with me. Woo! Whose story will you stand under? Number five, apply. Letting what you believe and what you already know about the Most High, what you already know about the scriptures, what you already know about what you've already overcome, allow that to show up in just one small step. One small step, and make it the choice for today. I'm going to walk in this one thing today. Start to apply what you already know. Number six, affirm. Speaking short, scripture rooted truths over yourself and over your situation. Number seven, affirm. Very close to number six, affirm, but this is the word a form. And I learned this from Noah St. John, one of my favorite writers. And he says, asking empowering questions. Why is this going to work out for me? Why is life happening for me instead of against me? Why is the Most High showing me his grace and his mercy and his love poured all over me? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Why is life always working against me? Why am I always stuck and miserable? No more of that. Because remember, we're unstoppable under stress. So we're going to ask questions, inquiring why questions that assume life and the Most High is working for you, not against you. Number eight, ask. Ask for help. Reaching up to the Most High, reaching out to people that he leads you to, because you were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to face the stress of life by yourself. And then number 9 is action, taking one tiny but true step forward and staying stuck in your head going in circles, because that's where stress begins, in our minds. It begins with the stories that we tell ourselves about our situations. It's the story that we say, oh, this will never work out. Oh, I'm always here. Oh, I'm always a day late and a penny, but penny short, something like that. You know that negative self-talk that you have. You know that story that's going on in your head. Well, we stop that right now. We cut the story out and we start to take action so that we can move forward instead of being stuck in our heads. And then number 10, I don't even need to look at my notes for this one. Give all praises to the Most High. Why? Because He's walking with you through it. Oftentimes, what we do is we want to praise the Most High when it's all said and done and it's over. And we like, yes, it worked out. Woo, woo. Nah, sis, what about praising in the midst of it? Because that is what will make you unstoppable. That is what will give you the power to keep moving forward. That is what will encourage you to stand firm, fixed, and unmovable under the story of faith and resist the story of fear, because the Most High did not give you the spirit of fear. And guess what? He did not meant for you to be stressed. Talking about you love the Lord, you love the Most High, but yet you stressed and overwhelmed. Girl, bye. That's not us. So we have to praise Him in the midst of it. This is, you see why I had to share this? Do you see why I had to share this? Because the Most High is encouraging us that yes, life sometimes feels heavy. It hurts. We get overwhelmed. We see time passing by and we wondering when we gonna catch up. But He says, daughter, walk in my way. Follow the 10 A's and you will learn how to become unstoppable despite of the stress. Okay, so now here's the thing about the 10 A's that I just shared with you. You don't have to do all of them. In fact, you probably will start with 1 or 2 and then build up to 3 or 4. And then one day you'll be hitting the ball out the park and doing all 10, but it'll happen just like this. So I just read it because I have the cheat sheet that you're going to get. But then it becomes automatic because the more you practice it, the more it becomes your default response. And that is how you become unstoppable. So I know it sounds like a lot, but it's real easy to get straight A's. It's real easy to get straight A's because you'll start to remember and then your mind will start to work with you. And so if you want to get your copy of my 10 A's or my stress reset framework, then in the description, there is a link. Click on the link, give me your email, I'll send it to you, and you will not only get the stress-free, what am I saying, y'all? Get my stress reset cheat sheet, but you will also be on the list to get the ebook when the ebook is done. And I tell you, the reason it's taking me so long to finish it is because it's so very powerful and I'm living it as I write it. And what the Most High is pouring into me, I am pouring into those pages. And what I'm going to do is to continue showing up and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, but let's walk it through together. Because that right there is the secret sauce so that you don't feel like you are alone on this journey, that you don't feel like you got to have all the answers. The Most High always sends a ram in the bush, and He always sends somebody who is just a few steps ahead, but you got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to show up, and you have to be willing to stand under your faith story, not your fear story, because your fear story is causing that stress. And we're going to talk more about that. So I know I have just shared a lot of the 10 A's. So the 1-page cheat sheet that I created for you, grab it, put your email in so you also get on the list for the ebook that is coming, Unstoppable Under Stress. And the cheat sheet lists all the 10 A's I just shared with you, plus a description, plus an empowering question that you can ask for each A, that if you keep doing it, practicing it, your mind will start to accept it and adapt to it, and it will become your default response. Instead of you screaming, shouting, kicking, having an adult tantrum, going for the scrolling, and on the phone and the, sitting down, binge watching your favorite shows, avoiding everything. That would be you of the past, but not you, the unstoppable you. And so use the link in the description, my sister, to grab your free cheat sheet, your stress reset cheat sheet, and then subscribe. If this resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because this series is so very needed. And I'm excited because I know what's going to happen. I know that as you continue to walk this path and practice this framework, the 10 A's framework, your response to stress will change. And guess what, sis? That's all you need to become unstoppable. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video where I'm going to show you how a very simple version of this, of how this cheat sheet works when you get that bill you don't want to get. You know it. You know what I'm talking about. So I see you in the next video. Be blessed.